Okay, our home stretch is here. You know, whether you like it or not, let me say this. The moment that song began and we went off air, she began to dance. Yes, I know you two, you are still dancing.
Can we not have secrets?
Is it a secret that you are dancing? And he was doing like this. You know that famous?
You know, that song
is a dancer song.
That song is so energetic,
okay.
It's infectious.
Okay, so we have a conversation this morning with someone who is not here. A dancer is here. So please welcome a professional choreographer who will share the stage with the likes of MIA, YC, Ice Prince, Classic, Madaki, ETC. He's also CEO of BENDANCER Academy International, Benjamin Daniel Gabriel, also known as BENDANCER.
BENDANCER. Okay.
Or is it BENDANCER?
BENDANCER.
BENDANCER.
Yeah.
Good morning and welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Why did you choose to dance?
Sorry, why am I not surprised that she's asking that?
I can't hold myself.
Yeah.
Because in our days, actually, let me tell you a secret.
Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to be a dancer. But I never had the courage to say it. Because I was sure I would be disowned. That was in the 60s. But things have changed. So why did you choose to be a dancer?
First of all, before I answer that, I first of all want to thank you for having me on your platform, having to talk about dance and why I am dancing. From the beginning, dance is a gift for me. At a very tender age of my life, when I discovered that I always enjoy melody, rhythm, and harmony, and whenever I listen to music, I find peace within myself. I move. And uncontrollably, the moves are so creative that at some point I wonder where they come from. And whenever I do that, it marvels people at that very tender age of my life. And from then I understood that this is truly a gift and it is meant to serve a purpose.
Is he going to dance for us today?
Are you going to play music? I'm talking about...
Well,
I'm just asking.
I'm sure producer can give us some reason for him to give us some moves.
He's not wearing dance clothes.
You can dance in anything.
Okay. Well, tell me something. I've always wanted to know this. Someone told me about, I saw this story about Nigeria's first award-winning dancer, record-holding dancer. Yeah. I don't remember his name right now. But
is it a he or her?
It's a he I saw.
Oh, okay.
But it's been a very, very long time. I think as far back as the 70s or thereabout.
Okay.
Yeah. But the question that I want to ask is, what do people need to know about dance as an art? Because some people cannot dance to save their lives.
Two left.
I said some people. Well, they could be on that side. Yes, I agree with you. They could be on that side.
I didn't see any hands.
Two left feet, two left legs. Right here, right here.
Yes, right here, right here. You know? Tell what do people need to know about dance? Because there's this Yoruba saying, if you cannot dance, just move.
Just move. Thank you very much for this very important question. What do people know or what they need to know about dance? First of all, you need to define what do I want to achieve with dance. First of all, dancers are custodians of culture. When we look at back in the days, there were certain stories that could not be written because we had language barriers. But because of dance, they were well interpreted through the music, through the rhythm. Now, dancers carried cultures from their attire, from the music, from the drums, from the harmony, every part of it. So if you intend to take dance professionally, then there are certain things we need to know, we need to look into. And then when you are dancing because we have what we call the health benefit of dance, because aside the fun part of it and the cultural part, importance of it, it also has the health benefit part of it, which serves a very vital role in bodybuilding, in burning our calories, in, strengthening the bones.
Exercise.
It's exercise, so you can't even cut it out. But when we are now talking about the professional aspect of it, which you tend to make money out of it, there are different things, different steps you need to follow. First of all, know the craft. What are the things I need to know? Get knowledge about it. Go to workshops, all right, to be able to be a good and a professional dancer, a successful one at that. Because like Mom said here, before now, dance wasn't the way it is today, It was a struggle, because I went through that struggle too, right?
You did?
I did. I almost got disowned by my father.
What did you tell him that made him say, get out of my house?
So the honest truth is, I would want to, digress a little into that story. When I was like 10, 11, thereabout, after finishing my junior secondary school, and I told my father, because I was going into XS1, so I told my father that, see, I was doing art. So one of my teachers said, I think this boy is very brilliant and very smart. I think he should go for sciences. So I went to my father and I told him, please, can you consider me doing art? Because I have more strength in art. And he said, I really want you to be either a doctor or a lawyer. And I said, I don't know if that is possible. So at some point, we were dragging, and he was like, okay, fine. If I was not going to do what he wants me to do, he's not going to be part of anything that concerns my school.
I'm going to stop paying your fees.
So my mom came in, begged, and all of that. So at the end of the day, my mom had to now go helping me sort out my school. Now, at the end of the day, my father had to, being a father, step down, because he was trying to, discipline his child. But what I remember, what my father told me was, dancers are wayward people. They are people without future. And they can't amount to anything.
At what point did you tell him that you wanted to be a dancer?
Ooh, I think at the age of 12. Yes, at the age of 12.
Stop.
At the age of 12.
Hey. Stop. You told your dad at age 12.
Good.
You want to be a dancer?
Now, very good. I started dancing.
You're not a fear.
Now, this is it. I didn't challenge him. I only came humbly. Because at that point, I discovered it at 8. At some point, there were days when I didn't, they would literally come to the house, pick me, go for birthday parties, and I just dance. They spray me money. I don't even know what I was doing. They bring me back. And people would tell my mother, this your boy, he's really talented. He knows how to dance. And these things kept growing up in my head. I can do this thing. I didn't really know, but I know at some point there's always this fulfillment I find in myself, even as a tender age, dancing. So I came to my mom and I said, see, I like this thing. And just like a young boy would tell his father, I think I want to do this thing. So from that age, I kept, saying it.
Did
just
you have
like
anybody that was dancing that you saw that you said, okay, I want to be like that person?
To be very honest with you, as of the time I am talking about this, those were the days when I grew to see Michael Jackson, because we have a TV in the house. So we have my father is quite a social person, so he played this. Then it was a tape. It was a tape.
VHS tape.
Yes.
Okay.
I used to watch him.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, because we don't have so much time now. Music is now a profession, as you said, a calling, a vocation, or whatever. How do you see its function in music videos? How does it, do you think it carries the messages of those music videos as they should generally?
Yes, they do. My reasons are this. Dance is an expression. Music triggers you. It gives you that, it sets your mind where you feel once you feel the melody, you hear the song, and then before you know it, you find that expression. Now, sometimes there are times when you listen to a song, you don't know how to express yourself. But as a dancer, once I am being able to choreograph it and then bring out this, interpret every word, you know, through the moves, it is very easy for you to understand. There are certain cultures that you listen to their music. Trust me, you wouldn't understand. But when there are dancers interpreting it, it is way more easier. So it plays a very vital role.
Yeah, but you know, you also need a decoder of sorts to understand that dance language, right? You know, what are the things people need to know, look out for too? You know, I actually saw someone dancing to speech.
Yes.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Was dancing to speech.
You know, they dance to poetry.
True.
Yeah.
No, this one is not poetry. It was dancing to the president's speech.
I think I saw that video.
You saw the video?
That's difficult.
I think I saw that video.
The president's speech.
Yes!
It's never always good news.
He was on white gloves and a singlet.
Yes.
And, you know, a black shirt. I saw the video.
Okay.
Yes. So, the thing is, the gift of a dancer is something I can't even, you know, fathom. Because sometimes when I even dance myself, I sometimes go back to rewatch these dances and like, how did this came about? So you have to, so there's what we call scripting in dance, right? If I want to dance to a particular music, the first of all I understand is, what is this music about? All right? Then I find expression in it. It's either happiness, it is sadness, it is joy, it is pain, then my facial expression comes with it. Then first of all, the other things we need to consider also are the costumes. Because there are certain costumes you wear that are so powerful. If you remember back in the days, there are days when Michael Jackson is not dancing, he just stands. And he just looks at the crowd. And everybody's like, the costuming, it's so wonderful. Dancers have that. I can't even, you know, really, but I know you understand what I mean. So truly, dance, it's what words cannot explain. Like I said, for me, it's a gift. So, you know, when it's a gift, it's something that is so special and precious. And it is given to you by God. What people find very hard to do, you find it very easy. You could just be tapping your leg. And all I need to do is find an expression in that. Take the rhythm, and I can tell a lot of story with it. I could tell my story with it. I could tell your story with it.
So, where do you normally dance? Is it in music videos? Where do you dance?
So, over time, I've been in this profession for 17 years. So, consecutively, I've danced in music videos. I've danced as a backup dancer for artists when they're performing on stage. Like presently, I work with Madikuti, who is the first grandson of Fela. And I find joy doing all of these things because whenever I do them, I see people being inspired. I see people being inspired to become greater than they can even imagine. Because dance, it's a lot. Dance does a lot to me. When I do it, when you imagine the level of creativity I put, it inspires you to think, oh, even in my field, there's no limitation to what I can do.
Okay.
So now, most of the dancing you do is on stage.
I do off stage and I do on stage. I choreograph. So we have the choreography aspect of dance where you could just choreograph the music, teach other people the dance, and you are behind.
Yeah.
I can write a script about dance, just like movie directors do, script writers. You write the movie, you just give it to the producer. I could sit down, write whatever it is about the storyline behind the dance, and then present it to. So I do a lot.
So how about those markings? This one.
Yeah.
What story does this tell?
Thank you. The inspiration behind this picture, looking at it, it portrays Africa as an African man. Now, whenever I look at the journey of how our forefathers took up the courage in pain, they fought for Africans to be where they are today, that we can confidently walk in the streets of Europe, in the streets of America, and our music can be heard. Whenever I imagine that, that picture comes to my mind. So it talks about where I am coming from as an African person. Because way back in the African culture, when you dress like this, you're either a warrior, you are a prince. You know, it signifies something.
Okay, well, I don't know. We're going to have to look for this in Wakanda one of these days. Benjamin Daniel Gabriel, dancer, choreographer, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Bendancer.
Bendancer. Bendancer NG. That's your Instagram handle, right?
That's my Instagram, that's my YouTube, that's my Twitter. That's everything.
All right. Thank you so much for coming this morning, and truly appreciate all you do and all the best at all times. But just before we go, Alero, I understand that some people are being harassed for what we understand to be voluntary. CMR, the police CMR, car monitoring, you know, whatever, or something like that, that the police put out and say, look, it is optional. But we understand that people are being queried, stopped by the police for not having it. Okay. I don't know what that is about, but maybe it is something that the police wants to speak to.
Okay. And my own message is to the governor of Lagos State. I heard your long interview the other day, and I heard all kinds of things, but I didn't hear of anything you were planning for the seniors in your state who've been paying taxes in your state forever. They're over 65, they're over 70. They don't even get, you know, half fare on the buses in Lagos State. Is this something that you are willing to consider, you know, so that seniors will get some benefit, no matter how little?
Beside their pension.
How much is the pension?
Okay, everywhere.
So that's our show for today. We'll bring you a fresh edition next week. I'm Alero Edu, wishing you a happy weekend and all the best, and see you next month.
Oh, that's true. I'm Ayo Makinde. Keep dancing no matter what. Bye for now.